All right, this is a quick microphone test. That's it. All right. How's it going, guys? It has been a very long time, but here I am. I will be talking about Legos and working out and cosplay and all kinds of stuff. Let's go. I also recently adopted a cat and named her Ophelia. She is right here, so if you guys hear random running around or creature-like noises, it is probably her. I've recently had multiple reels go pretty viral on Instagram and TikTok for cosplay, and so I'm just gonna kind of give like a behind the scenes of all that junk now. So yeah. I also just got this microphone, so if anything looks weird or also if the camera quality just seems off, I have a couple of tutorials to watch to get it all dialed in, so it will be fixed later. In terms of cosplay though, I've been doing a lot of Leon Kennedy, specifically the Resident Evil 4 classic Leon Kennedy, and then the X-Men like 2000s movie series Cyclops. And yeah, funny enough, they have been going super viral. I recently hit 10K on Instagram and I've cracked a few things. No, not to be freaky. I only freak when froken to. Dude, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm gonna dress up as Leon Kennedy though because I have a couple of Leon TikToks that I want to film, so I'm just gonna go through that basically and show you guys what that's all like. Before I organized my place, I live in a studio apartment in the California Bay Area, and I just had my cosplay, like all my costumes in different Trader Joe's bags just all around. It sucked, dude. It looked like I was living in like a homeless shelter or something. So I got these really nice bins, and then my girlfriend and I sort of organized them and like cleaned out all under my bed and everything. And now they're in bins. So I have this Leon bin with my Leon cosplay. And what's neat about this cosplay too is that it's pretty much like a 99.9% I almost just said 99.9%, 100%. It's a very accurate costume, so that's cool. I put a lot of work and time and energy into it, so yeah. I'm just gonna take off my clothes now, and I'm not gonna record that, so the next time I turn this on, I will be partially or fully Leon Kennedy. Leon Kennedy. The fit so far, we have the pants and the shirt and the boots on. This TikTok / reel, whatever, is gonna require a little bit of Halloween makeup, so I'm gonna stop here and put that on, and then, yeah, I don't know what my cat wants. All right, this is the final look. I have fake blood on my tongue and lips, and it tastes really gross, and so I'm gonna film this and then get it over with, and I will be right back. All right, TikTok / reel filming is complete. I'm gonna take all of this off, put away the Halloween makeup, and I'm gonna make my next meal, and then I'll be back. All right, to be honest, I'm having a hard time getting this makeup off, and I hope that the gym employees don't think I just got mugged before I got there, or something like that. But this meal recipe is very good. It's actually from, dude, I don't know why I'm yelling. I have a microphone now. I don't need to be yelling. I'm sorry about that. I apologize for the last 20 seconds. This is an anabolic pizza sub, 450-ish calories, 40 plus grams of protein, and it tastes like freaking pizza, dude. It's a pizza sandwich. This recipe is from RJF Fitness, Remington James Fitness on YouTube. Shout out Remington James. I used to freaking watch the crap out of his videos back in 2019, 2021, and I still use a lot of his recipes to this day. I'm not gonna go over the recipe because it's his video and you can watch it over on his channel. But it's, I mean, if you think about it, how would you make a pizza sandwich? You have bread, and then you would put pepperoni on it, and then you would put cheese on it, and then sauce, and then maybe some seasoning or something, and then there you go. And then really what makes it anabolic or low calorie, high protein food that promotes the state of anabolism within your body is just switching out all of the individual ingredients for like either a lower fat, no sugar added, or lower calorie options, and then you have a freaking anabolic meal. You can do that with anything. That was kind of, I think, a big hack that like super swept my view around when it came to nutrition and fitness and just like actually progressing towards a goal that I have in that moment. But it was that you can make like tasty dieting food. Just grab the freaking low calorie versions of the stuff you already buy. I promise you, it really is that simple. So yeah, it's like just a few ingredients. What I would like to do is have an oven where I could like bake it. I have an air fryer, but the bread roll is just like a little bit too big. Always make sure you have a food scale in your kitchen as well. Make sure you're measuring your food. Also, if at any point I slouch during this video, dude, please don't call me out in the comments, man. I know I have a weird posture sometimes, so let's just let it be, man. You're getting a good side profile of me right now. But tonight, gym-wise, so we did all the TikTok and Leon stuff, and I feel like I kind of filled you guys in on what's going on. Like social media and cosplay stuff has been really popping off. I've been talking to a couple of brands about partnerships and stuff, and life has been really cool on that kind of front. When it comes to fitness, I'm currently cutting, but man, to be honest, dude, especially with the holidays and stuff, I absolutely had like, not weeks, but definitely like a few days in a row where I just totally slacked off and could not have been bothered to really track my calories or anything. But it's all good. You are allowed to bounce back. There is such a thing as putting something back down and picking it back up. Just because you stop doing something doesn't mean you can never pick it up again forever. Which sounds dramatic. Again, I was only like out for a couple days, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I've been cutting. My start of the cut, I was 198 pounds. Now this morning I was 172.2 pounds. So cut's been going pretty well. Right now that looks like about 1,850 to 2,100 calories a day. 40 minutes of cardio plus abs in the afternoon, and then a weight session in the evening. My split right now is legs, arms, chest, back. So I have chest tonight. Sorry, I had to like buffer that out for a second. And I'm looking forward to it. I had arms yesterday and it was really awesome. So yeah. What else is going on? Oh, dude, Lego. The whole like, I promise I'm not like trying to like catfish you guys or anything with like making Lego content and then now just uploading this random video. I still love Lego and all that stuff. But dude, if I'm being honest, and let me know if you guys feel this too, but like, Lego's just been, the vibes have just been sucking. I don't know if it's the smart brick thing, like, or not thing, it's just the smart brick phenomena that has totally like crashed the, I don't know, the whole scene. But like, I was super hyped with the whole Ninjago 15-year anniversary stuff, everything. And then, dude, I went to like, so I live next to a Lego store. I live next to a couple of Lego stores, actually. I'm super lucky. But the one that I went to, like, it doesn't really seem like there's a big Lego scene out here. So I was like, oh, like, I'll get there close to opening. I'm not going to, like, go before the mall opens and all this stuff. And so my girlfriend and I, we go, and the store opens at 10, and we get there at maybe, like, 10:20. Dude, there is a line from the doors of the Lego store weaving through the inside of the mall all the way to like the doors to the parking lot. Um, and so that was already just very discouraging. And then when I was like kind of walking around and ear hustling like the employees and stuff, just seeing what they were talking about, they're like already saying stuff was sold out. So I don't know. That like totally that was partially my bad for not being a little gremlin and waking up and going to get my little Lego set at 9 in the morning on like a Saturday or like a Wednesday or something. So I'm like still kind of emotional about it. But still, I don't know. That kind of put a bad like taste in my mouth. And then the local Bricks and Minifigs near me has just also been like not good vibes. And then like I went back and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just go like it's been a few days. I'll go back and I'll get like the Ninjago character display or like the Spider-Man 3 set. And so I called the store in advance because it was like a few days after the premiere, I guess, of whatever. And the guy was like, yeah, we just got a shipment in actually. If you want to come in, we've got tons of stuff to come and check it out. And so I was like, sweet, I'll be there in a few minutes. So I drove from my work on my lunch break over to the Lego store. Dude, they didn't have anything. They got like a shipment of all like random BS stuff. Like this was maybe like this might be like a week after the drop or so. And they didn't have the DeLorean, they didn't have the Spider-Man set. The only Ninjago set I think they had a few Old Town sets in stock still. I didn't put enough pizza sauce in my sandwich. And that was it. And I'm like, do you guys have any in the back or anything? And it's like, you just told me you have a ton of stuff, so I hope I didn't just like kind of waste my break and everything, and I did. They did not have anything, and since then I feel like I've low-key sworn off Lego. So I apologize for the lack of Lego content. It's still cool and everything, but I feel like cosplay and just crafts and all that kind of stuff sort of overshadowed that hobby, but that's kind of just life sometimes. That is what it is. Pizza sub is in the microwave. I don't really think I have anything else to yap about. If there's anything that I was going to ask for comments, but I'm just going to keep going. I'll see you guys in a bit. Ophelia is taking her post-dinner Zoomies and exercise nap now. This is her little donut that she loves. And yeah, that's my cat. All right, Anabolic Pizza Sub is in the microwave for round 2. I'm gonna put up maybe some like screenshots and like different pricing stuff for my Leon cosplay. I've been getting tons of comments about it. So if you guys have any, maybe they'll be answered with these pictures and screenshots and stuff. So yeah. Okay. I don't know why I walked away like that. All right, I just scarfed the crap out of that pizza sub. It's so good. I've been making that for like multiple years now, I think. I'm gonna go hit chest and then come back home and eat again and play with my cat and chill and talk about other stuff. Yeah. Okay. All right. I am really hoping that this footage looks good. I still have to watch those camera tutorials, so I apologize. I'm back from the gym. I hit chest and shoulders, like I mentioned earlier, and I showered, and now I'm making my scramble. The scramble is 2 Carb Smart tortillas, 2 whole eggs, 3/4 cup of pasteurized egg whites, and then 28 grams of reduced fat Mexican blend shredded cheese. That can really that's just a serving, a regular serving of any kind of like fat-free or reduced fat shredded cheese will work. And it's really good, just kind of like end of the night. It's really filling, like high protein, sort of moderate carb meal. Hi, did you just go poo-poo and pee-pee? Yeah? Okay. I really hope you guys can hear that on the mic. That is my cat Ophelia, who is announcing that she has just used the bathroom. But yeah, I've been making this scramble probably for like the last year and a half straight. Longer than, I mean, I've made variations of this scramble since my bodybuilding coach from like 2021 had me make something like it. But yeah, it's just a good kind of late night little thing that I feel like definitely helped me stay within my caloric limit and lose or gain weight as I needed to.
What? What you want? What do you want? What do you want, baby? I know. Do you want to be on camera? Because that's what it sounds like you're asking for. Because that's what it sounds like you're asking for. If you're going to keep freaking meowing. If you're going to keep freaking meowing. If you're going to keep freaking meowing, you're going to get put on camera.
The gym was chest and shoulders. She's a very vocal cat too, so if you just hear that while I'm talking, pay no mind. I love her very much, and that is one of the qualities that I very much adore about her. But the gym started off with a crossbody, like single arm cable press. What's she doing over there? Moved on to pec deck, and then those two were kind of like the main like anchors of the chest portion of the workout, and then I finished off with some incline dumbbell press and flat bench press. Moved on over to shoulders, and then I was just like spamming lateral raise and overhead press, and that was it. Very simple and effective workout. Not a whole lot of focus on the compound movements because I am eating in a caloric deficit, and I don't really want to hurt myself. And I also just don't really have like the energy and like body fullness to do that right now. But it was still a great workout nonetheless. And yeah, I'm gonna begin prepping this scramble. And you know what? If you guys want to follow along for like, honestly, this is just like a good meal to, even if you're not like in the nutrition or body build, you know, like stuff like that. Like if you just want like a really good, like tasty breakfast one Saturday morning before you build a Lego set or something like that, dude, this is the one. 2 tortillas. I'm using Carb Smart tortillas, as I mentioned earlier. But again, if you don't give a crap about what you put in your body or your caloric limit, then hey, whatever. And I'm not saying that to be shady or petty. If that's your thing, then hey, that's your thing. Fitness and all that, it's just a hobby. It's, you know, it's not that serious at the end of the day. So, but I like looking a certain way. Also, and that's another so I've been getting these comments where it's like, you only have the following you do because of your looks, or blah, 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 blah. First of all, I just recently broke 10K. I do not have that much, like that many followers or anything. But also, like, dude, it takes a lot of work. I grew up, I guess I can elaborate more on a bit about me as well, now that this is more of a long form style video, but I grew up very overweight, and when I was 16 and 17-ish, I lost about 70 pounds. Like, I would say like 68 pounds, but we can just say 70 to make me sound cool, so I will say I lost about 70 pounds. But then I was left super skinny, and I had like no clue really what I was doing. I was like 150 pounds of just like bone and weird little fat pockets. And so basically from like 18 to now, 25, I've been kind of working on myself like that, with an exception of like a total 2-year break where I was just miserable in my life. But that's for another video. And yeah, so I've been in the gym and stuff for pretty much like since 2017, 18. So like 8 years, I would say, like a solid 8 years. And it's awesome. But also, I love following like the bodybuilding scene, and like watching shows and like following the people that do it and all that kind of stuff. All right, so we got our tortillas. I hit the tortillas with some I can't believe it's not butter spray. But I'm sure if you just have any kind of nice little like butter sort of thing, it'll be good. And here's another random tangent. I've also gotten in online comment sections disputes, which is not a place you guys want to be. I'm still learning that lesson. You just gotta move on with your day. At the end of it, you just gotta move on with your day. But someone was talking about like someone asked for weight loss and just like calorie deficit meal advice and stuff, and I recommended this I can't believe it's not butter spray, and I got like in this big fight over everyone talking about in the comment section about, oh, seed oils, dude, like seed oils, and then there's seed oils, and then there's getting like a good night's sleep and just eating not like a jerk and going to the gym consistently. Like, doing the basics is so much more important than seed oils and make far more of an impact than seed oils, consuming them or not, could ever on your daily life. So it was BS. And also his whole like argument totally collapsed on itself, and it was super awesome, and it felt like a win, and whatever, I'm just rambling. But I've now got my serving of shredded cheese. It's going right on the buttery tortillas. Dude, so like you basically have the scramble on top of these tortillas, and then you're just left with like a melty, gooey, buttery quesadilla basically at the end. And it's super good. So I usually spread out a little bit, like half of the cheese onto the tortillas. And then I always like this kind of set up each stage. So I set up like the tortilla and stuff, and now I'm setting up the egg part. So I'm grabbing my spatula, my garlic salt, and my pepper. And now I'll grab the eggs. So it's 2 whole eggs and some pasteurized egg whites. Pasteurized egg whites are a great protein source, but are super stinky and kind of hard to eat. At least for, they're not for everybody on their own. They can totally be made tasty though. I remember when I first got into like lifting and or just bodybuilding or just training in general and like losing weight and all that kind of stuff, and being like, oh, egg whites. I just gotta have like the plain just egg whites and with like some pepper or something, and dude, it is not the way. It stinks up the house, and I feel like it makes your farts stink, and it's gross. So, and this mixing egg whites with whole eggs is something that I got from my bodybuilding coach. His name is Brandon. He was the captain of Natty Bodybuilding Team USA for the INB. Dude, I'd have to freaking look all that stuff up. It's been so long, but 3/4. I haven't even poured the egg whites. 3/4 cup of egg whites. But yeah, he was the one who got me on this like method of mixing egg whites with a couple of whole eggs, and it like totally makes them very good, and just a nice mix. And I mean, and that's just a good substance. Like if you were to have like 6 eggs in comparison to just this, like that's like probably a 200 to 300 calorie difference that you could just save. And that over multiple days per week, that's like a pound. 2 pounds if your body's not used to that or something. So it's easy, guys. I promise it is simple to lose weight. It's maybe not easy. It can be difficult to, be consistent and stuff. I was a fat person. I get it. But it is simple. So Ophelia agrees. Right now I'm just letting the pan heat up. And then I'm also going to top this bad boy with some sugar-free ketchup. And then I'm going to eat it. And then I'm going to edit this video. And if you guys have even watched this long, don't worry, the Lego shorts are still coming. I have like a whole backlog of ideas that I still really want to film, just from like comments that you guys have left, stuff that I jotted down a long, long time ago. I love making those videos. They're just a bit time consuming, to be honest, and it's been a busy season of life, and the vibe with just Lego in general has kind of been sort of down right now, so I'm kind of just focusing on other stuff. But if you guys hang around, I super appreciate it. And I hope you can learn from some of my experience in life just through fitness and nutrition or cosplay and whatever. If you guys have any questions for me, just leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them about anything, about life or advice or whatever, what your favorite color is or my favorite color. I don't know why you would ask me what your favorite color is. That would be weird, but I do have some telepathic abilities, so it wouldn't be that weird also. What else? Oh, I've been watching Fallout. Oh man, I've been watching like a lot of good stuff. So I recently finished My Hero Academia. I pretty much cried, like I feel like every episode. Absolute insane peak. Dude, and then we have Steel Ball Run that's coming out in March. Insane. And then, I started watching Dexter with my girlfriend. Peak, awesome show. And I'm also watching Fallout. Dude, all of these, I mean, like not all at once, like it's almost, like it's taken me a long time to watch all of these, but I'm loving them so far. All of these shows, I feel like I'm in a really good, sometimes I feel like I get in ruts. I feel like it's always good to have like a good book and like a good show to just be invested in. And I feel like I was in a TV show rut for a while. I love reading though. Right now I'm reading This Side of Paradise by F. Scott Fitzgerald. It's the guy who wrote The Great Gatsby, which is a book I was forced to read in high school and did not enjoy it, but would love to revisit it now as an adult with a developed frontal lobe. Apologies if the eggs cracking are like super loud in the microphone. And it's kind of like The Outsiders, if you guys are familiar with that. Just in the sense that the like time period and setting and all that kind of stuff where it takes place is very interesting. It's very jazzy. It takes place sort of around World War I too, so there's that kind of just drama over the whole thing. But it's not like really particularly like fantastical or anything like that. Like it's just a very grounded story about a young college man and his kind of experience in the early 20th century. But it's still good. I'm ready for like a more faster read though after this one. But if you guys have any like classic literature recommendations, let me know. I've read a lot this last year, like in 2025. Count of Monte Cristo was probably the highlight. It was also the first book that I kind of got started with. It's a long one. It's like 1,200 pages, but man, if you guys ever have the chance to read that, I highly recommend it. Or just get like an abridged version. Get like a 200-page version and see if you like it. It's a really great story. There's actually a French, because it's written by a French author in the early 1800s, Alexandre Dumas. And there's a really faithful French adaptation of the book. It's like 3 hours long. But it's really good, and it went to like the Cannes Film Festival, I think, for 2024. But watch it, The Count of Monte Cristo. It's awesome, and read it. I can't recommend it enough. It was definitely my personality for like a solid 6 months. But honestly, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Lego shorts will come. I'm doing cosplay stuff for now though, and I'll definitely like talk more about fitness and just, I don't really know. I feel like this is gonna be just kind of like my daily routine, like after work and like behind the scenes stuff, just what I'm doing with my life. Not necessarily like a vlog, I guess, because I kind of just want the camera to be like I don't know, I don't want it to be like a thing where I'm spending too much time doing it and letting it affect the other hobbies and stuff that I'm in. Just taking you guys along with the whatever. I don't know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.